I, 35F, discovered my husband's, 38M, infidelity in his double life thanks to a post on Facebook. My husband and I have been married for 10 years and have 2 children together. He travels often. I also want to say that about 8 months ago I discovered that I was infected with an incurable STD. He blamed me for this, saying that I was the unfaithful one. Well, I was browsing Facebook in a mother's group. In that group it is for help with children. To ask for donations, share experiences and memes. A mother shared that she would give her husband a laxative tea so he wouldn't go to a soccer game the next day. It was all mockery and laughter in the comments of the post and telling her to update the result. I am a person who likes to read comments. Unfortunately, I saw a profile that had a photo of a woman with my husband. I started watching, and apparently they got married civilly. My husband created another profile but has a different name and surname. I think that child has his false last name because she uploaded a post when she went to register the child's birth certificate and placed the full name there as if she were proud of it. I posted it in the same group. Now that they give the option to post anonymously, several gave me advice and we deduced that possibly the other lady didn't know because of what she shared on her profile. I wrote to her and was surprised that the BTCH did know that he was married. They have been married for 2 years and their baby is approximately 14 months old. Although they are not technically married, their marriage is not valid. I hired a lawyer. I took all the evidence and I am in the divorce process. Since when I complained he preferred her, he left the house to live with her. Besides, he refuses to give alimony, claiming that he has another child to support, and that if he has to give alimony to my children, he will seek the minimum payment even if he has to quit his job. How do I proceed with my life? I think I feel very limited in rebuilding my life because of the STD and my children. Sorry for my English, I'm not American. Leave the alimony and child support up to the lawyers and the judge. Just tell your lawyer what he said about quitting his job to avoid child support. I hope your lawyer gets husband on bigamy. Your husband can shoot his mouth off all he likes. Doesn't mean what he says has any grounding in reality. Bigamy is a crime in most of the world. He's also been living under an assumed name, which I'm betting is on his youngest's birth certificates. That's a whole lot of legal mess right there. And this will only bolster your case in court. In many jurisdictions, child support and alimony are separate. He will owe child support unless the final custody agreement is 50-50. Or he is awarded more custody time than you. And even then, many jurisdictions will forego child support only if both parties agree and/or both parties have similar incomes. Alimony typically is for supporting a former spouse if one ex-partner was paying for a majority of the household expenses, lifestyle. So, if you were a Psalm, in most jurisdictions you'd qualify for alimony. His youngest child will not necessarily be factored into the divorce settlement. Child support, or alimony, just because he chose to have 2 families doesn't negate his obligations to you and your children. And the youngest child and second wife are not parties to your divorce. Get a lawyer, stand firm, and take him to the cleaners. Did you talk to your lawyer about going after him for giving you an STD? He's a lowlife. Take him for all he's worth and let him quit his job. Also, is the STD popular enough that there are dating groups that you can join where the people already have it? Also, will medicine help keep it contained? I'm unsure the phrasing. Let the lawyers handle everything off. This guy is a scumbag. Don't be scared about having an STD and dating. If you look online, there is even specific websites for dating for people with STDs. It's very common and nothing you should be ashamed of. There's a whole community of people out there that share your same struggle. I would take him to the cleaners. I would tell his family and his friends. Never protect a cheater. They often tell people you cheated to protect themselves. You gave him STI. I knew when he accused you. It was his issue. Who does that to someone they love? No one. Then get up and take your life back. Work, make more money. Even if it takes a while. Get some talk therapy to get over this. Then marry tall, dark and handsome and faithful. You know this is going to blow up. You can sue him for deception of identity. You can tell the judge he has been living 2 separate lives, and you can sue him for his property. As well, as he had not only lied about his identity but he had other assets outside of the marriage. Thus he would have to pay you back because he spent money outside of the marriage. You can also press charges as he had given you an STD as a result of the affair. Never back down. Never give up. That is marriage fraud. It's an offense in a lot of countries. Keep to what your lawyer tells you. They should know what to do in your situation best. Take him to the cleaners. He can quit his job all he wants. Courts love to see it and punish the act. Only take half the bank account and hire a pricey lawyer that you want him to pay for. Argue this in mediation, but go all out. Bigamy, infidelity, child outside of the marriage. He hit the trifecta. Very important. You will win this case. The house, his finances, alimony and child support. First, stay with numbers and shut your mouth with the unnecessary words or talks in and outside of court. Lawyer's fee is $400 per hour, and that is $6.66 per minute. Nice number, huh? Your gripes would cost you to your lawyers. Second, get all his and your tax records. Bank accounts for the past 3 years. Fourth, organize your records before you consult a lawyer that must be specific for family law. Good with numbers and prefer the one just a block away from the courthouse. The court will analyze and calculate the alimony and child support. They have system that is congruent with this based from the laws. Be sure to automatically set your child support and alimony directly from the court to your bank account, so no bickering and interaction with that fine man. Tell your husband and that wonderful woman that bigamy is a crime. This is the best advice you can get from a man that cheated his wife. If my husband gave me an STD, and I would know full well it didn't come from me, I would have kicked him out there and then. What happened that he made you doubt yourself? Like? Without knowing more about your circumstances or location, the best advice we can give is to get a good divorce lawyer and do whatever they tell you. Generally, it isn't up to your ex whether or not you get alimony or child support. It's up to the judge. And they are extremely wise to the games that people play to avoid giving CS. So he's still going to pay a decent amount whether or not he has a job. Oh honey, you get the meanest freaking lawyer. This dude is a fool, and good chance that he has spent marital funds on his mistress. Do it fast to protect benefits for yourself and your kids. His other family is his problem. Your kids are your priority. Honestly, my chaotic, unhinged Scorpio self says you should post asking how to communicate the news to your children, plus that they have a self-sibling, and tag the woman saying, CC it name FYI, so you can inform my husband on the recommendations. If you decide to blast her in that group, please let us know the name of the group. I'm rooting for her downfall. Open mouth smile. Start recording your conversations if possible. Let him say we'll quit his job to not pay. Let lawyers do their thing. Also see if can get him for civil ceremony and giving you an STD. Throw everything at him. You have nothing to lose, he has everything with his new woman. She isn't going to stay if he's left with nothing. Heck her for alienation of affection. Till in some states like CA don't require you to list a parent's family name as a surname on a birth certificate. I was wondering how using a pseudonym last name would be legal. Also an interesting detail that you discovered the sister wife commenting on someone's post about poisoning her husband. A felony in some areas. You knew he was cheating a while back when he gave you the STD. No better proof than that. My ex gave me HSV too, and it has changed my life entirely. I'm sorry this all happened to you. Sweetheart, if you can get proof of him threatening to quit his job to a lower paying one, a judge will still make him pay the higher amount. That's fraudulent. He'll get into a lot of trouble for that. Call his bluff and take him to the cleaner's sister.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Haircast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.